message at the exact wrong time.
Congressman Paul, you said the U.S. should talk to everyone. Imagine you're in the Oval Office, you speak to Raul Castro, what would you say to him?
Well, I'd ask him what he called about, you know. What was the purpose of his call? No, I would ask him, what can we do to improve relations? Because I wouldn't see them as likely to attack us. When I was drafted in October of '62, that was a different world. I mean, there were nuclear weapons in Cuba. That was a different story. But today, not to talk to them and take the call and see what you can work out, helps Castro. It hurts the people, the dissidents, the people who want to overthrow him have always had to be, you know, nationalistic and unified behind the leader. So as well-intended as these sanctions are, they almost inevitably backfire and they help the dictators and hurt the people. So it's time to change. The Cold War is over. They're not going to invade us, and I just think that a better relationship and trade relationship, so many people, I think I've noticed already, and since I've been talking about this issue the last 4 or 5 years, I think the people have changed their mind. The American people are getting much more open, not nearly as frightened. People, I don't think they see a jihadist under the bed every night, and we have to worry about that. I think there's I worry about overreaction and overconcern and lack of ability to talk to them when they call you.
I want both of you to weigh in. Governor Romney first.
Two major flaws with President Obama's foreign policy as it relates to Latin America.
What about Ron Paul's policy?
Well, I'm talking about President Obama right now. We can get back to the Ron Paul in a moment. First of all, I think the president has largely ignored Latin America, Cuba in particular, Venezuela, and other nations. I think we have to change that dramatically. I think we have to have economic initiatives to build trade throughout Latin America, particularly with Colombia and Panama, now part of free trade agreements. I want more of that throughout Latin America. But that's first flaw, ignoring Latin America. And number two is reaching out with accommodations to some of the world's worst actors, whether it was Putin in Russia giving him what he wanted, or Castro saying we're going to let you have remittances coming from the U.S. to fund your future, or relaxed trade restrictions. Throughout the world, with Ahmadinejad opening an open hand, tyrants look for weakness to take advantage. That's the wrong course. The right course for Cuba is to continue to honor Helms-Burton. And if I'm president of the United States, I will use every resource we have, short of invasion and military action, Congressman Paul, I'll use every resource we can to make sure that when Fidel Castro finally leaves this planet, that we are able to help the people of Cuba enjoy freedom. They want it. It's a God-given right, and it is our responsibility to help share the gift of freedom with the people throughout the world that are seeking it.
Are you open?